All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahawah,
YAHAWAH,
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone that taught us his truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. And the elect begins with the 144,000. Yahawah, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jehovah. BAHASHAM is in the name. YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The Rakakwadash, the Holy Spirit. I'm the brother I want to join with
Adanya.
Ibadia.
And we come back at you, brothers and sisters, at a household of faith of the hopeful righteous select with another lesson. And Lord willing, we hope this lesson be edifying to you, brothers and sisters that may be watching. We're just going to dive into it. How Elder Apostle Tahar ultimately coined this year, 2025? The year of our deliverance and the destruction and judgment of Esau, man. And a lot of things is taking place. And hey, Baba, you can have that Romans 13:11 on deck. But ultimately, everything is leading up to our deliverance, man. Everything is leading up to our deliverance and to the destruction of Esau and his kingdom, man. That's what we're seeing right now. It's a lot of chariot sightings, prophecies is moving more than they have ever had before. And we're ultimately, Bible shot, start with that Sirach 25:7. Yeah, a lot of things are ultimately moving, man. And it's ultimately gearing up towards our salvation.
You want the Sirach?
Yeah.
All right. This the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Right, it says he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy, man. Wow, we're seeing the fall of our enemies right now, man. Starting with Esau Edom, starting with these elite bacon families, man. Hey, they're losing their power. The Lord it's evident that the Lord is showing us that this man is losing his power, man. His kingdom is slipping away from his hands. And the Lord is going to establish the kingdom of Yasharallah, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, starting with the elect, man. The Lord is going to establish the kingdom of heaven here on earth. And it's going to start with the destruction and downfall of this man's kingdom, and also our deliverance.
Right, that Romans.
Yeah, about to shout that Romans real quick.
All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
For our salvation is nearer than we believe. But how do we know that, man? By the way the prophecies is really shooting off these pages, man. Hey, World War III, the MOTB, the RFID hit, man. All these things are we can see these things coming to pass, man. Yeah. On a worldwide margin. It's ultimately gearing up towards our salvation, man. We're going to be delivered by what the world ignorantly call UFOs, man. Hey, it's a lot of chariot science, Hey, they're trying to ultimately disguise them as drones and things of that nature, because Esau is ultimately terrified, man. Of what he's ultimately witnessing, man.
Yeah, he got to mislead the people.
Yep.
He also got to put out those lies. All right, he got to cover up the truth with the lies, man. In order to tell a lie, the bros always said, our elder brother always said, in order to tell a lie, you got to know the truth. So yes, Esau even knows that the angels, right, that the hosts of YAHAWASHI are what they call UFOs. But what he gonna do? He gonna put his disinformation out there. Right, he gonna try to deceive and mislead the people. All right, because he don't want to go down alone. All right, he gonna die. He trying to take the world down with him. All right, it's gonna work 2/3. But ultimately, the elect can't be misled or deceived.
Right. Y'all brothers got it.
I got that Jeremiah 16.
Yep,
And it says, this is the book of Jeremiah 16 and verse 14. And it says in the subtitle, it says, the Most High will restore them.
Yep.
Being the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And it says Jeremiah 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, that it shall no more be said, Yahawah liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahawah liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
And that's exactly right, man. Our first major captivity was in the land of Egypt, man, under the hand of Pharaoh, man. All 12 tribes was in slavery under ancient Egypt, man. And we're all in slavery under the so-called white man here in America, man. But you got it up. Ultimately the Lord is going to deliver us from the land of the north, which is over here in America, man. You know, our people were scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, but ultimately the main salvation is going to be here in America, man. You know, the main deliverance is going to be right here on the shores of America.
You got some more on that, right, buddy?
Khan, it says Jeremiah 16 and 15, but Yahweh liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into the land that I gave their fathers.
Right, Con. Hey, it says what, and also what the lands that we were ultimately scattered to, man. Because what, all 12 tribes was ultimately scattered throughout the four winds of the of heaven, man. North, east, south, and west. You know, by what, the transatlantic slave trade. You know, ultimately what, you know, and ultimately the Lord is going to deliver us from all these different lands. And just to back you up real quick, brother, you know how it says. You can read that last part again, Baba Gusha.
Khan, it says, and after will send for many. Oh, Salaki, I jumped to verse 16. It says, Jeremiah 16 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
But Yahweh liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and
Yep.
from all the lands whither he had driven them.
Right, it says from all the lands whither he have driven them. And just to back you up real quick, brother, this is the book of Isaiah 11 and 11. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. Right, because ultimately, what, our people were scattered throughout the four winds of the world, man, north, east, south, and west, man. But the main deliverance is going to be right here in Babylon the Great, man. Because what, all 12 tribes is right here in America, you know. But you got it, brother. Whatever y'all got.
You got something, Mosh?
Yeah, so just going back to what you was talking about, you know what I mean? Us being delivered, you know, and this getting closer to the end, the signs of the times. You follow what I'm saying? So that's most important, you know, us measuring the time diligently. This is 2 Ezra 9 and 1 to know what time we're in. We one step closer to this salvation and being delivered from the north. So it's important that we understand that, you know, people are not paying attention to the signs, but you know, GMS, the elect men of Israel, are. This is 2 Ezra 9 and 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of signs past, which I've told thee before, then shalt thou understand this is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's where we're at with it right now. You know, everything is unfolding. You know what I mean? The sedition among people, the uproars, the chaos that's ensuing. You know what I mean? People jockeying for power, the famine, all these things are are happening quickly, and people are not paying attention. They think they're gonna be in good cases, but that's not the state. The state of it is that we're one step closer to this thing exploding, and it's right at the doorstep. And we need everything to happen. The Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, the C-HIP, all these things still must come to pass, and hopefully that happens this year so we can get out of here. So we got a couple of more prophecies to unfold: the famine of the word, the C-HIP, the MOTB, you know what I mean, and a couple of other things, and we out of here. But those things have to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars of the people in the world. We see the earthquakes happening all around the world, and we see the uproars. You know, things have not stabilized. You know what I mean? Those Venezuelans just came here and then they just got pushed back to Venezuela. You know what I mean? They is going back and forth. So there, you know, nothing is stable. Everybody's in chaos. So it's only a matter of time. It says, then shalt thou well understand the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So this was an appointed time that YAHAWASHI set it up. You know, if you read that New Testament and loosely paraphrase, it said that this generation will not pass until all be fulfilled. We are in that last generation where all this is being fulfilled. He says, for as like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end is manifest. And what is that, right? The end of this wicked kingdom and the wicked king, Salaki, and our kingdom to come. You know what I mean? Jacob is, Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is that to follow. That's where we at with it. But the only way we know is by, you know, like y'all was talking about, measuring the time, knowing what's going on, and being, you know, conscious of that. Go ahead, brother.
I want to back you up real quick, Ashia. This is the book of Baruch 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 21. It says, "Be of good cheer, O my children, cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and the hand of the enemies." Who are our enemies, man? Starting with our number one enemy, Esau Edom. Hey, it's the Psalms 83 crew, man. Mm-hmm. And it says, "For my hope is in the everlasting, that he will save you, and joy is coming unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting our Savior, which is who? YAHAWASHI. And it says, for I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but Yahweh will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. It says, like as this is the point, verse 24. It says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Right. The whole world is going to see the salvation of the nation of Israel, man, starting with the elect, man. You know, it's going to be a hey, it's going to be a witness to the whole world. What's that? Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. You know, they groaning and repenting of anguish of spirit. Yeah, Bible shot, grab it real quick. Hey, the whole world is going to witness, you know, the elect getting beamed up in those what the world ignorantly calls UFOs, man. You know, while the missiles is dropping down on this place, what the elect is going to be simultaneously being beamed up in those chariots. You know,
You want that wisdom?
yeah, Bible shot.
All right, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Right, and that's what you see right now with the hopeful elect going out there to teach this word. All right, what? We in the, first off, we in the land of our enemies. We still in captivity. All right, but what? The Lord, YAHAWASHI, put the Rakakodas, the Holy Spirit, on certain men to go out there and to proclaim his word. Right? Scripture say go and proclaim, publish this word throughout to the nations, man. You know, this is a very heavy thing with the spirit, and that's that righteous man standing in great boldness. All right. Where else can you see the captives, all right, letting the captors know that they time coming to an end and it's about to be a role reversal, man.
That's right, brother.
You know? Verse Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. They fear already. They are just Jay going out there, not just like it's a light thing, but Jay going out there every week to go and proclaim this word to the world. They are terrorized by that because they know it's the truth. You know, they know that it's the truth.
They know it's their end.
And that fear is coming upon them, and it's just gonna increase and enhance more and more. All right, so it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. All right, like the bro's going into the UFOs. And we're about to see the Lord, YAHAWASHI, he gonna put that spiritual power on bros, man. You know, we're about to see many miracles, angels, apparitions, all of those things. But that Psalm 91 say, what? Because thou hast made YAHAWASHI thy refuge, no evil shall come upon you, man.
All right.
No evil gonna touch you, man.
Hey, that's right, man. Because on the flip side, hey, the deliverance, but on the flip side, also what? Esau's going to get his judgment, man. You know, everything that Esau Edom has did to the children of Israel, man, he's finally going to get what? The Lord is going to pay him back for all the things, the wicked things that he has done to our people, man. You know?
I got one bro. I got one to back you up on that. It says Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Right. Read that one more time, brother.
Khan, it says Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Right, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Why? Why rejoice and be glad? You got a small piece of your kingdom left, man. Hey, so go live it up, run up your credit cards, do what you do, man, because what? Ultimately, your kingdom is going down. You know, so what? The last piece of your kingdom you got left, go live it up. You got it?
Khan, it says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee.
And right, what is that cup, man? That cup of slavery, that cup of torment. Esau Edom is going to drink of that cup, man. Because we ultimately have to drink of that cup. That cup of slavery, that cup of torment. Esau Edom, that cup is going to Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom and these other nations. You can't take these other nations out of this also. They had a part of what? Bringing us down, you know? But our number one enemy is going to get it, man. Esau Edom, which is the simple, plain white man.
That's right. It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and thou shalt make thyself naked.
Right. Thou shalt make thyself naked, man. Hey, Esau is getting exposed first and foremost by this word, man. And ultimately what? The Lord is physically going to take this devil out of power, man. You know? Is there more to that up?
Khan, there's one more. It says, verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will
Right.
visit.
Now you got it up.
It says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Right, because this is the nation of Israel's last captivity. What, before we be perfected? Before we ultimately what, rule forever, man. Because what's the scripture says what? The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom even forever and ever, man. So what? This is our last captivity. Under the hands of any nation, man. This is our last captivity because we're going to be ruling forever. Once the Lord deliver us and put us back in our own land, man. You can grab that Joel the 3rd chapter Bible.
Hey, Salaki, brother, did you grab that Baruch?
Yeah.
What Baruch did you go into?
Baruch the 4th chapter.
Baruch the 4th chapter.
Was it the point you wanted to pick out real quick?
No. Go ahead. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
You want Joel 3?
Yeah, good. Get Joel 3. It's a point
Go
I
ahead,
want to make.
Salaki, beloved.
That's all good.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
And right, that happened ultimately, what, 70 AD, we fled into the mountains, which is what, the interiors of Africa. We went to the west coast, and ultimately what, the transatlantic slave trade. And we were sold throughout the four corners of the world, but you got it up.
Verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, YAHAWASHI, which means what? The Lord's judgment. We're seeing that right now, man. The Lord is bringing all these different nations over there to the so-called Middle East. What? To gather them for what? World War III. We're seeing that ultimately right now.
It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Right, the Lord is going to ultimately get our revenge, man. The Lord, starting with YAHAWASHI, man, He's going to get His revenge. On behalf of the nation also for what these devils have done to our people. You got that.
Just finishing out this Wisdom of Solomon. All right, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 3, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools account his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints? All right, so and that's the thing, man. That's what's gonna be so. It's gonna be strange to these people. All right, the more that the times come, because the prophecies, the plagues, these different troubles, afflictions, and they hear it, it's only gonna intensify. It's only gonna get worse, And so for that, I had it's the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right. So that time of trouble is coming regardless, man. It's just what state are you going to be in during those times? If you're not sowing spiritual things, all right, if you're not putting in spiritual labor, if you're not gathering up spiritual riches, you're gonna be dry in that day, man. You're gonna be like the foolish virgins without oil, man. And ultimately you're gonna be wandering out here lost. All right, but those who stuck with the word of Yahweh Shemaiah's patience, all right, what they gonna wisdom guiding them, the Rakakwadash guiding them, literal miracles. It's gonna be a very grandiose thing, all right, but what you just gotta stay patient, gotta stay locked in, gotta keep doing the work, every day, man, day in and day out, man. You gotta put this work in for Yahweh Shai because this time is coming. All right, like the elder Apostle Tahar, he coined the year of the hopeful year of our deliverance and the judgment and destruction of Esau. All right, roughly paraphrasing. So, hey, if that's through the Holy Spirit, then you got to understand that these things are going to intensify, and we have to be ready for it. All right, these things, and and ultimately keep following that example that Yahweh Shai has laid out for us through our elders, apostles, teachers, older bros. That's the only way we're gonna be able to make it is by keeping the words of Yahweh Shai to the best of our ability and applying them to our everyday life.
Yeah. I got one to back the brother up real quick. This is the book of Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince will stand up for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble. Grab that Jeremiah 30:7 real quick. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. Right, this is going to be the worst time in human history, man. You know, hey, talking about Jacob's trouble. But to continue on in it, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Right, who is that? The elect. The only ones that to be found written in the book is the hopeful righteous elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3, man, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are the only ones that's going to be delivered from the hell and destruction that's to come, man. And Lord willing, 2025 just be that year, man, of our deliverance. No?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse, I'm going to start at 5.
Mm-hmm.
It says, for thus saith YAHAWASHI, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, so that time of trouble, like the Daniel was referring to, it's gonna be hell on Jake. All right, Jake's gonna be in the midst of it. Even the elect is gonna be in the midst of it, and that's why Jacob is gonna get saved out of it. All right, that's not a thing of fear. It's YAHAWASHI. He told us not to fear in 2 Ezra the 16th chapter. He said that the days of evil are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. These are the things that must come to pass. You know, like that time of trouble, these different judgments, these sword judgments, they have to come to pass for Israel, for the elect to get that deliverance, to even get the kingdom. So the more that these things deteriorate and the world around us deteriorates, it should boost our spirits, man. It should strengthen us. It should comfort us. It should make us more like bold, like that Wisdom of Solomon 5 coming through, because we're going to allow these people to worry about how they going to get saved. We know that YAHAWASHI, our power, is going to walk us. He's going to guide us through every single thing that comes upon us in these last days, man. And we're going to glorify him in the midst of it, man. We're going to glorify him while he's doing it, man. All right? To their destruction and ultimately for our salvation, man. You know?
Y'all brothers have something?
No, that's it, but man, you was rolling.
Yeah, real quick. Just really ultimately talking about, about Esau's judgment, man. It's the book of Amos 1:11, and it reads, it says, and thus saith YAHAWAH, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Right. So ultimately, what the Lord is ultimately basically bringing up a tab on Esau Edom, man. Everything that he has done to our people, man, the Lord is what holding it against them, man. You know, hey, the rape, robbery, and murder. Hey, you get that Ezekiel the 35th chapter, the perpetual hatred. Hey, because this devil has ultimately what perpetual hatred against our people, man. You know, just look what this devil has done to us in slavery, man. The rape, robbery, and murder, the butt breaking of men. You know, our men, man, hey, throwing our babies to alligators. Hey, just look what he did to the Northern Kingdom, man. When he came over here with Christopher Columbus, ultimately what, going to throughout Hispaniola, destroying the so-called Taino Indians, man. Ripping out, cutting pregnant women's stomachs open and stumping it on the fetus, man. This is what these devils have done to our people, man. And what the Lord ultimately what keeps account of all the shit that this devil has done, man. Hey, this devil cannot escape his judgment. What you got?
I had one real quick just to back you up on that. Obadiah 1:10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Hey, that's exactly right, man. Because ultimately, what once his kingdom go down, man, he still got to serve that 1,000 years of captivity, man. We can't forget about that. His first job is to clean up these dead bodies, and ultimately, he's going to serve his 1,000 years of captivity before he's ultimately cut off. You can actually jump down to verse 18, Baba Kushah.
Obadiah 1:18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord YAHAWASHI has spoken it.
You know what, brother? Start up 2 verses. Start at verse 16.
Con, it says, Obadiah 1:16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Right. These heathens started with Esau Edom, man. These heathens put their hands on the nation of Israel, man. You know, I believe it's in Zephaniah how it says, you know, you that touches the apple of my eye. You know, ultimately, what these nations starting with Esau Edom had, basically touched the Lord's precious jewels, man. You know what? The Lord is gonna what? He's gonna ultimately pay these other nations back, starting with Esau Edom. But you got it up.
You had something?
We go to Isaiah 34 and 8 right quick. You know what I mean? Well,
Let's start at Can we start at? Can we start at the top, Officer? I'll read. This is the book of Isaiah.
Our shit might be frozen.
Oh, I might be muted.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. You probably
Yeah.
you cut off a little bit right there.
Yeah. Isaiah 34 and 1.
Gone.
It's Isaiah 34 and 1. It says, "Come near, ye nations."
Yeah, cut off again.
We cut off again.
Yeah, this ain't nothing but it ain't nothing but Satan, man.
What happened?
But,
They keep cutting off.
Yeah.
yeah, they ain't nothing but Satan.
Get back into it, big guy.
All right. I don't know what that's all about, but hold on. No worries. We got it.
Right.
This technical stuff kind of funny. It's the first time I logged on, so I don't know why it's acting funny. But it says,
Yeah.
"Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it." So the Lord is summoning all the nations, the 17 other nations. You know what I mean? Who's going to pay? Who's going to, like the brother went into earlier, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, that's going to pay for the controversy of Zion, the elect of Israel. It says, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fear upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter." So we know this is talking about future prophecies about to happen, and we just got to be prepared for it. You know, it says, "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood." So these heathens, chiefly Esau, Edom, is going to pay for all the stuff they've done to the Israelites. It says that all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down as a leaf falls off the vine, as a falling fig from the fig tree. We know that's talking about those nuclear missiles dropping down out of the sky, destroying this place. And that's a part of this destruction. Laser beams from the chariots and thermonuclear missiles, according to that Zechariah, where the Lord's going to destroy this place. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse to judgment." And Idumea is just Greek for Esau, Edom. So that's chiefly who's going to be destroyed, along with Amalek, the chief of the wicked. You know what I mean? Of Esau, Edom. He's the first of the nations. And, that's who's pulling the strings right now. And the Lord is going to bring all them devils down. It says, "For the sword of Yahawah is filled with blood, is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea." Right. So, like the brothers was going into earlier, that sacrifice of these heathens are going to be brought to the destruction. And it's going to be blood is going to fill the horse bridle for all the controversy they did against the elect of Israel. It says, "And a unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with their bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and the dust shall be made fat with fatness." And they're just talking about the strength of these people. Esau's whole rulership is going to be brought down. And these unicorns representing their strength. Their strength is going to be brought low, and they're going to be destroyed. It says, "For this is the day of the Lord's, of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion." And that's the whole point. And in 2025, we're looking forward to this vengeance taking place, their destruction and our salvation.
Yeah. Hey, that's right. Hey, we can get our closing scriptures out, but you got that Revelations.
Con, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 15, and verse. I'm just start at 2.
Con.
And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, right? That glass mingled with fire. That's the perspective of the elect looking down at this place after the thermonuclear destruction, man. Ultimately, after that, what that war in heaven, all right, with the UFOs, with what they so-called call UFOs, with all the chariots of YAHAWASHI, all right, that holy heavenly fire alongside the nuclear ICBM fire, all right, alongside whatever other terrors YAHAWASHI got laid up in the store for these people, man. All right, that sea of glass is the perspective of the elect looking down on this place, man. From the chariots, from that chariot that's gonna beam up the elect, like the bros going into that Wisdom of Solomon 5, man. All right, Revelation chapter 15, verse 2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the hearts of Yahweh.
Right. So the elect is looking down at the destruction. You know, the chariot. You know, it's at the ozone layer, looking down at the destruction of America, man, which is Babylon the Great. You know, and ultimately, what this is what we're heading towards, man. Nuclear war. What? And ultimately, what the Lord is going to deliver His elect. You know,
Right.
brothers had anything?
Yeah, I got did you bring out that Ezekiel 25?
Oh, Ezekiel 35.
25.
This is
Oh,
Ezekiel 25 and 12. It says, I'm gonna get straight to the point. It says, thus saith Yahweh, the land, it says, thus saith Yahweh power, because Edom have dealt against the house of Judah and taken vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, our power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they say of Dedan shall fall by the sword. So the Lord is ultimately going to punish this devil, and we're hoping this is the year. Esau, Edom, a self-proclaimed white man here in America, is not going to escape his punishment. We drunk of our cup of punishment. Now is his time, but this time it's going to be, it's going to be over with. He'll never be in rulership ever again. He's going to go into 1,000 years of slavery and be exterminated from off the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's right. I got one more to back you up, Ashia. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 6, and I'm gonna start at 7. It says, "Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he sent unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau," right? Going back to the account of Genesis, the 25th chapter, when ultimately when Jacob and Esau were born, and ultimately it says what? It says Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau, which is symbolic of Esau going down. Who's ultimately going to take down Esau, man? Hey, Yahweh's going to send his son, YAHAWASHI, like to take this devil out of power, man. Because in Sirach 10 it says the Lord is going to set up a kingdom that is profitable, man.
Yeah.
And it says, verse 9, it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." Right, and we, Lord willing, we hope 2025 be that year, man. What, the deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and what, the destruction of this kingdom, man. And also what, Esau going down with this kingdom, man. And
Yep.
also him serving his 1,000 years of captivity, and him being, as the brother read that Obadiah 1 and 18, man, him ultimately being exterminated in the end, man. These are the things we're hoping for, man. And Lord willing, 2025 be that year. Brothers, had anything else?
No, that's it.
We can close it out then. So, Lord willing, we hope this was edifying. Want to end up again, all praise, honor, glory to
Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone that taught us the truth, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. Lord willing, we hope this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Kwam Yasharallah.
Shalom.
Baba Ball, Shalom.
Baba Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.